you're pretty fired up about this Epstein thing. I just got a call from someone in Washington. Let's not say his name, but he was like, wait.
A very dialed-in guy. Super dialed in.
Really
super dialed in
guy. And he's like, wait, is this Epstein thing kind of big? I thought it's over. And so, first of all,
they think it's over because the media had 8 minutes of President Trump asked 20 questions and didn't mention it once. So even President Trump thinks it's over.
And so, Steve, what is your recommendation, your suggestion on how to fix this?
There's only one way to fix this. We have to come out of Tampa, just like the Patriots did on doing like the Boston Resolves. We have to come out with the Tampa Resolves. 2 or 3 action steps by Sunday afternoon. We're all committed to, all of us, to say this must happen. And I think it's special prosecutor ever. But we have to say no more, nothing. We have to go forward with this. And the reason we're going forward with this, we're there to assist and augment President Trump, to help save President Trump's presidency, because they are coming for another coup. You can see it happening. Just like the dark clouds were around Kennedy, right? They moved in and moved in and moved in. They assassinated Diem in Vietnam, and then they blew his head off in the middle of the day in Dallas, Texas, with a patsy named Lee Harvey Oswald that we find out 62 years later was on the payroll of the CIA after they looked your parents in the eye and lied to them for 60 years. They're going to lie about everything today and hope that 70 years from now, nobody will care about it. Do you care about it? Yeah! If we don't come out of here united with Turning Point, as powerful as Turning Point is, if we don't come out of here and say, no more, nothing more, we must have this, because if we don't take down the deep state, we're going to lose the entire country. And they think they're winning. They're laughing at us right now. They're laughing at you. They're mocking you. This is the Epstein the question's very simple. Who governs this country? The American people or the deep state?
That's a good question. Let's put it to a poll, people. Who governs the country? I am not American. I certainly don't govern this country. I didn't vote for President Trump, despite the fact that Democrats would probably have let me vote if I didn't vote for President Trump. But he's my president. This is freaking amazing. So, this is an absolute impromptu Friday night stream. I'm going to go ahead and clip that. And I'm going to share it with everybody. We are streaming across multiple platforms right now. Let me just share that link for the tweet. We are on Rumble, which is the place to be. vivabarneslaw.locals.com, where I'm going to go to the chat and see what's going on there. CommieTube on Viva Fry. CommieTube on, I think the channel's called Viva Replay, but as of tomorrow, it's going to be called Viva Breaks or something along those lines. What I'm going to try to do now, I've been talking with Bill Brown, or at least texting a moment ago from a member of our vivabarneslaw.locals.com community. I'm going to try to do something like a Friday night unboxing. Remember Casey Neistat used to do unboxings? If you go back in the day, there was a time when I got one of my best dad ever, Father's Day shirts, and I sent it to Casey. It had a note, but he only opened it for a very brief second on his unboxing, opening, whatever. I'm going to try to do that once a week on Friday nights if it doesn't drive my wife crazy. Happy wife, happy life. And tonight she said, Viva, go do what you got to do because we're not going to get to do it tomorrow. I was going to do this tomorrow because tomorrow night is the fight night between... Hold on. Son of a bee sting. It's UFC 317. 317 tomorrow night. And I believe it's... hold on 1 second. I'm way off on it. There's a UFC fight tomorrow night. UFC tomorrow night. And what I wanted to do was this tomorrow. Yeah, it's UFC 316. Derek Lewis, because my balls were hot, fighting Taliesin Teixeira. Then you get Stephen Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim, which I believe I have a couple of their cards. And what I wanted to do you know how long I've been sitting on this for? This is what we call a Topps Chrome hobby box. Guaranteed 2 signatures per box. It is legalized gambling for adults. It's legalized idolatry for adults, and everyone should appreciate that. I wanted to open this up tomorrow night while we're watching the fight, but I forgot. I've got to go to frickin' Orlando tomorrow to pick up a kid. who's been gone for a couple of weeks. I think we've all forgotten about that. So I won't get to do this tomorrow. So I'll do it tonight. My wife said, fine, go ahead. Plus, I said, there's a little bit of news. I went live at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and enough breaking news has occurred since then that it's time. What I'm going to do actually right now, I'm going to go to my Twitter. It's not a burner account, although it's called Viva Burner. Am I going to be able to get into it? Sign. I haven't been into this in a long time. Let me see. I'll either do this through my Viva Burner account, which is the only one I use, so I don't accidentally bring up DMs when I do that. I might just have to do this through my main account. AOC, I don't often use the word bitch, especially when describing a person who happens to be a woman. AOC is a bitch, and I hope she gets sued. I hope she gets sued into... No, there's no children here tonight. I hope that bitch gets sued into bankruptcy because she put out this could be like Viva After Hours. I said there'd be tequila involved, and I was texting back with Bill Byrne. It's like, don't do tequila, and he spelled it like. I said, okay, fine. I'll wait until after the stream. So if you see me swearing, it has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that I'm sincerely enraged by AOC being a biatch. They should not call her AOC. They should call her BITCH. Tweeting out that Trump is a rapist. And of course, you'd expect that a rapist would be delinquent in delivering the Epstein files to the public. I was like, bitch, I hope you get sued hard into bankruptcy because you deserve it. And then I get into fights with people on the internet. So bottom line, AOC, we're going to get to that. And by the way, we're on StreamYard, and I did it on StreamYard just so that I could toggle this between Viva Fry main channel on YouTube, CommyTube, Viva Replay, what's going to turn into this channel once a week. We're going to unbox stuff from fans, from whatever. And vivabarneslaw.locals.com, which I will be following the chat. I had to make sure that we didn't have a bourbon with Barnes tonight because I don't want to step on Barnes' toes. Just so everybody knows, so like vivabarneslaw.locals.com. It's the paywall that allows us to do what we're doing. Barnes does Bourbon with Barnes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, typically. He's got the Friday Barnes brief. Saturday, he does a community. They watch a movie together. Very rarely can I ever actually partake in that. Listen. Wait for the dog to bark. Wait for the dog to bark. He's looking at me. He's blind, but he sees me. And he says, Viva, I'd like to leave your office now. Wait, it's coming. Do it. Bark. He'll do it. When you hear the dog bark, then I'm going to let him out. So Bourbon with Barnes, typically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, in our vivabarneslaw.locals.com community. There you go. Hold on. Go. And then you get on Saturdays, there's a Saturday night movie with Barnes, and they pick a movie in our locals community. Tag Donald John Trump, RFK Jr., JD Vance to replace Bondi with Robert Barnes, says Boopsy in our locals community. That comment is still up here. How do I get that off? There we go. Tonight, we'll make a routine out of this. Every Friday, we'll unbox what comes into the post office. This is the gift I gave myself. There's a shop down the street, and it's not. This is not a sponsored video at all. It's called Boca Sports Cards, and this man has been not Boca Breaks, Boca Sports Cards. Here we go. Boca Sports Cards. For anybody who's in Boca, Boca Sports Cards, and it's not going to be tough to find. I bought this, and I've been sitting on this unopened pack of cards, and I was like, I'm going to open it while we talk law, talk shop, and talk shit. And then my kid's like, Dad, I want to unbox it with you. And I said, we can't, son, tonight, because we're talking pedophile child rapist Jeffrey Epstein and everything that's surrounding that. So it's not exactly the most appropriate evening to do that. And he's like, Dad, I understand. If you pull an autographed Datsurioteria or whatever. So we're going to do this, and we're going to talk about what happened literally since 5 o'clock this afternoon to now. Does everybody remember the movie That Son of a Bitch? That warden's a son of a bitch, and I hate him. Was it? It was with Bill Murray. Not Bill Murray. It was with James Belushi. It was a baseball movie. What was the name of the movie with James Belushi? James Belushi baseball movie. Not Mr. Destiny. It certainly wasn't Mr. Destiny. It was That Warden's a son of a bitch, and I hate him. I'll get the movie. I don't think it was Major League. AOC is a son of a bitch, and I hope she gets effing sued. Let's just bring that up. We'll start off with that. And the fight that I end up getting into, and people say, Viva, what are you doing? These are NPC bot accounts on the interwebs. Why are you engaging? Like, you're probably right. I have OCD. I cannot control myself. I try to talk sense into those who do not even have sense that can be talked into them. Look at this. Actually, I'm going to make sure I close my DMs. Okay. Look at this. I called her a bimbo. Is that going to get me in trouble? Like, I can't call her a bitch, but I can call her a bimbo. AOC actually put this out. She's a stupid bimbo, and I hope she gets sued. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, wow, who would have thought that electing a rapist would have complicated the release of the Epstein files? Bitch, I hope you get fucking sued for everything you're worth, which is nothing more than your government salary. But you know what's amazing about it? Because she's stupid. She's stupid, but she knows how to work social media. I'll just go to my here. Wow, this stupid bimbo actually tweeted this defamatory tweet from her personal account. That's one good argument against any defense of government immunity. I hope you get sued into bankruptcy, Alexandria. Sue her, Donald Trump. I put this out on Truth as well, not with the explanation about it being her personal account. This is how dumb somebody is. You know, they have a government immunity, which everyone thinks is bullshit, and by and large it is. You know, what do they call it? In Canada, it's parliamentary immunity. In the States, it's, you know, when you're debating, speech and debate immunity, when you're on the floor of Congress and you're debating policy, they don't want you to get sued for that. They don't want you to be held back in what you can say in terms of promoting or attempting to deter policy on the floor. The stupid bimbo goes to her personal account and tweets out that Donald Trump is a rapist. That's a defamatory per se, in and of itself, within the four corners of her stupid bimbo-ass tweet. And I say, there's screenshot forever. Delete it all you want, Alexandria Cortez. I got it. It's from your personal account because she does have a government account. There you go. This account is maintained by federal staff to share services and legislation relevant to constituents of New York. So I say, oh, okay. You tweeted it from your personal account. I hope. Do you want to see what my life is like on Twitter? I should not spend this much time on Twitter. Okay, fine. Did that. Then somebody says, I don't care. I don't know who it is. American Empire says Viva Fry is desperate to run cover for people who protect pedophiles. And then I have to say, and you're a fucking idiot who hasn't seen a tweet or video. I take shit all week for arguably holding the administration's feet to the fire too hard, as we say in Canada. And then some dipshit who apparently follows me, but still doesn't seem to, like, I love it. Like, okay, so I go here and I click on this and he follows me. And then I'm like, then it was like, Viva, you're arguing with the bot. And I'm like, maybe I am, but I'm going to. Now we're going to do the unraveling of the Kraken as we talk more about this. Tomorrow night, there's a fight between Derek Lewis. Do you remember the fight when Derek Lewis pulled his shorts off at the end of the fight? And then Joe Rogan says, why do you take your shorts off? And he says, because my balls was hot. And it's like classic internet lore. These are like stocks. They're like penny stocks. And now we're opening it. And they're like penny stocks where you can rationalize what you're doing. Okay, so we're doing number one. We're going to go faster than this because how many? 12 packs, 8 cards per packs, 2 autographs per box. Oh, we got. I love this. When I was a kid, I used to be into fighting cards, and I would waste money, endless amounts of money. Oh, you see, when you look through these things and you can see how it works. Oh, there's something there. Kathleen Carmen. I don't know who a lot of these fighters are because I've been out of the fighting game for so long. Alex Pereira is a good fighter. And then you got what they call these negatives within the 2025 UFC Topps Chrome. Peter, and we'll put that. Ooh, Grant Dawson. That's a numbered card. We see right there. Right there. See, now, let me just see this because of my 130 of 250. Grant Dawson, Speckle Refractor. And that's a good card, which we will put in a penny. So, something's coming in that. This is the red, white, and blue, as they call it, which is fitting for the subject of tonight. Chelsea Chandler, awesome. And, okay, so now we're going to go like this. I'll put these on the side and we'll go fast here just so we can. Ooh, Chuck the Iceman Liddell. This is when I stopped watching UFC, when Chuck Liddell was in the game. Who do we got here? Sean Strickland. I've got his rookie card from another year. He's a man who speaks sense on the interwebs. I would love to actually one day have him on for an interview. And then we got Paddy Pimblett, awesome fighter, base card. They got these base cards. They've got inserts, parallels, autographs, numbered. When they're numbered, we're going to see how many people. By the way, just so you know, I will not do this necessarily across all platforms every week. We might, depending on whether or not people get fed up, say, all right, we'll take this to an exclusive channel. Okay, so we'll open up a second pack. Aaron Blanchfield. Ooh, there's another negative refractor. So we've got rookie card, Jillian Robertson. I don't know who she is, but we'll take all the rookie cards and put them in a separate slot. We got the negative refractor, Farid Basharat. I know the name. Something's going on in the back. I see it. Here we go. Green, but not numbered. Molly McCann. She's very good. That's a very good fighter. Then we've got Zhang Weili. Man, the amount of Zhang Weili cards that I've seen. Then we've got Michael Page, one of these, whatever these are called. All right. And then we've got, okay, hold on. So this is an interesting thing. That's Max Holloway. Now there's a fight on in a week from tomorrow, and Max Holloway is fighting Dustin Poirier, and the winner of that fight, Topps has a buyback. If you have the card, any one of the cards, you get 20, 40, $100 buyback at a local shop. Boca Sports, that would be one of them. And then we got Stipe Miocic, who's great. And so Dustin Poirier or Max Holloway, whoever wins that fight, their cards become worth something. And that's how it works. Now, do I want to go to the chat? Let me see. I'm going to go to the chat and see what's going on here. Holy crap, the chat is moving fast. Hold on. So we're going to go into vivabarneslaw.locals.com. Boopsie, tag RFK. Okay, we got a nice crowd over on vivabarneslaw.locals.com. Yes, she is Boop. Zhang Weili is pretty badass. You spell it out. Jillian is Canadian. Yep. I thought we were going to talk about the Epstein fallout. What did I miss? Pointless. So we talked about that earlier today, but we're going to get into it as we go along tonight. So now we've opened a couple of packs. And now let's get back to me fighting windmills. Windmills and endless windmills on the interwebs. Somebody says here, let's go up here. Let's go up here. Holy crap, AOC in true airhead fashion actually tweeted a defamatory tweet from her personal account. That's one good argument against any form of government immunity. All right. Then someone says, it's not defamatory, you fucking idiot. A judge adjudicated him a rapist. Then I have to say, a jury found that he didn't rape her, literally. You see, you want to know how neurotic I am? When I tweet this out, I'm biking through the Everglades. I'll show you that video in a second. And I realized, like, okay, the graphic that I showed says, he didn't rape her, but then, did he sexual abuse her on question 3? And the answer is yes. And then people are going to say, Viva's trying to hide the fact that he sexually abused her, yada, yada. Like, no, then you realize, like, this is the responsibility that comes with having a big bullhorn on social media. I say a jury found that he didn't rape her, but a judge adjudicated he did it. Democrats are the most dishonest scumbags on earth. They don't care that it's a lie. They want to believe the lie. Then we go, let's just click on this and just see what happens here. Then he gives me like this dude right here, Melton, thinks that I've never been on the internet. Judge clarifies. Yes, Trump was found to have raped. A judge clarified a jury verdict form that says, no, he didn't. Fucking Judge Kaplan should be disbarred and jailed in that order. Then the dude says he should sue her, but he won't. We all know why. Then I'm like, you dumbass. Do we not remember George Stephanopoulos incorrectly stated that Trump was found liable of rape and he sued and they settled? And this is what I have to deal with on the internet to try to talk sense into people. It's flipping annoying. I'm going to keep my Max Holloway card right over. I'll put that one over here. That doesn't matter what condition that card's in because it's going to be worth $20 even in its base card, which is worth 25 cents. But I want to show you what I actually saw as I was biking. This is what I was going to start the stream with. It would have been a nice way to start the stream, like celebrate the beauty of nature. We're going to see how this. Okay, here we go. This is what I saw as I started biking earlier today. Then we're going to open up a bunch more packs real fast. Like keep talking. I'm going to take the chat. Prioritize on vivabarneslaw.locals.com. But this is what I saw. walking. I saw a deer earlier. These guys didn't even see me. I didn't even see that there were two of them. Look at that big ass, beautiful buck. Oh, then I was like, oh shit. Okay. Wow. All right, come on. That's amazing. I'm competing with Salty Cracker. I'm competing with nobody. By all means, this was I'm competing with nobody here because this was a stream that's not supposed to happen. But the reality is I needed to open these packs of cards. We're going to go for more and talk to people. Okay, so check this out. Khamzat Chimaev, very nice. This is it's Aljamain Sterling, great fighters, but these are all base cards. They're never going to be worth anything unless there's an error. Ariane De Silva, another great fighter. We've got, I don't know who this guy is. Mick Tibiak rookie card. Okay, so we'll put that one. We're going to put that one here, but there's something underneath. So these are called refractors. You see they're holograms. Daniel Marcos, rookie card refractor. We'll put that here. Hold on. Okay, so this is not what they call a case hit. That's Funk Master. Aljamain Sterling. That might be. I don't know what anything is worth these days. It's just fun. John Jones, the greatest fighter of all time. Everybody knows this anecdote. The last time I used to be into UFC was when John Jones was kicking ass and taking names, and everyone's like, "Viva." We were up at my parents' cottage. I don't remember what year it was, and I'm convincing a bunch of girls. I mean, literally a bunch of girls to watch a UFC fight. I say it's not so bad. Nothing happens. And it's, occasionally there's a lot of blood and whatever. That was the night John Jones snapped his shin bone in half. Chase Hooper. Don't know who that. Oh, I know who Chase is. Okay, that's good. But then we got Kai Asakura. It's impossible to read a Japanese fighter's name and not read it in accent. Kai Asakura, rookie card. Very good. We put this one over here. Another rookie card. Who do we got here? Vitor Petrino. So my theory is I take all rookie cards, put them in. Oh, another rookie card. So Peyton Talbot, I've got another great Peyton Talbot. He's amazing. And these cards, my theory is that even the base cards, is this a refractor? I don't think this is a refractor, but there's something underneath. Hold on. It says on the back, it's not a refractor. That's a base rookie card, but that's fine. Then we've got Sean Woodson, red, white, and blue. Okay, what's this? That's Sugar Sean O'Malley. Okay, so these are things called tailor-made. I honestly don't know. Oh my goodness, that's numbered. 58 of 9. Well, okay. So ordinarily I'd wait until the end of the stream, but this one is going right into what they call a penny sleeve. So the other thing I had was a discussion with my locals community that I was going to feel like a bit of a loser for getting into trading cards. These are all whatever base cards because it's not something that adults do. And for the amount of times I've said that sports and whatever are distractions from what really matters, the child trafficking, sexual predators of the world, rookie card. This is loser stuff, but it's my loser stuff, and I love it. This guy's Kai Garafrance. Okay, we're going to put that over here. Then we got Amanda Rebus. She's a good fighter, but I don't know what. See, what I wanted to. Ooh, a reverse negative. We got Curtis Blades. So there's something coming up in the back here. Ooh. Red, white, and blue. So they have these beautiful inserts. These came out on the 4th of July. So Asu Almabayev, I bet he's a Dagestani. I don't know where he's from. Hold on. Let me see here. Does it say on the back? Enjoyed a decided striking advantage in each of his first match. Doesn't tell you where they're from, actually. Then we've got tail of the tape. These are parallels or inserts. I don't know what the heck these are called. Colin McKinnon. There's something going on in the back here. Put that over here. Okay, Manon Fioriot, but this is just a base card. And then we've got, oh yeah, these guys are badass. Okay, now we've done it. Now we're going to wait for a second. We're going to go over to vivabarneslaw.locals.com and see some chat there. I'm still trying to get Grok to make my first ever AI meme. It really isn't that great at following directions. Loves liberty. I've given up on Grok, actually. I've given up on Grok. I've moved on to ChatGPT, but I don't really care for ChatGPT either. But John Jones, I'll put John Jones over here. I've given up on chat. I've given up on Grok. It's only useful for detecting chatter on Twitter. See, I can bring up these chats. Viva, collect your cards if they bring you joy. Joy can be found in many places. Yes, that's true. But I'd like them to bring investment value in the future. We'll see about that. But also, okay. So look at this. Oh, you pull. Oh, there's something going on in here. I've been watching these guys like do the breaker stuff, and I have no idea how it works. Rookie card, Carl Williams. I'll wait for the chat to tell me if I like discovered gold and I didn't even know that I have it. Okay, Renat. His name is Fakhretdinov. His name is Fakhretdinov. Ooh, that's a good name. But now I don't know whose card is it? Is it the guy getting punched in the face or the guy punching him in the face? Okay, so then we got a reverse negative. Who do we got here? That is Namajima. Yeah. See, that's a rookie reverse inverted. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so now. Okay, so I unfortunately the card wasn't ready. I don't know who this guy is. Vinicius Oliveira. Congratulations. Now I got to go online and fill this thing out and they're going to give it to me. Okay, so I'm going to put that over here. Then we've got, it's fun because you feel like you might be discovering gold, but by and large, you've just wasted your money on a bunch of crap that's never going to be worth money. Much like my upper deck. Ooh, what's this? I've never seen this card before. That's Volkanovski and McGregor. What is this? What is this? That is... See, I have to make sure not to drop these. If I dropped it and nicked a card that would be worth money, that would break my heart. Okay, then we got, what do we got here? Yasmin Jaregui. Okay, good. And then this guy here. Ooh. Toshiomo Kazama. Very good rookie card, yes. Okay. Viva gets canceled for opening box cards. 650 fighters in UFC. That's a lot of cards. Yeah, I don't know what the base cards are for like the UFC 2025. I'm just going for what they call the case hits. We haven't gotten a signature yet. I'm getting 2 signatures in the hobby box by all accounts. But let me go back to vivabarneslaw.locals.com. Michigan Winter Day says, everybody has a hobby to waste money on. Mine is firearms. Firearms will make you money at the end of the day. In terms of appreciation and value. You invest in proper cars, it will do that. Boopsy in a $1 tip says, one of those cards had Thug Rose on it. You don't know her. No, if it's, where did that go? Is Thug Rose Namajima? If you don't know her, she's my favorite. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. By the way, I got a lot of Rose Namajuma's cards. And I think I've actually got some good ones. Bill Brown says, I'm actually surprised at the value of some of the stuff I've got. I don't care about the value. It's the memories they give me. Yes, but you know what also gives good memories? I didn't bring this up. Who brought this? I didn't bring this up on purpose. I didn't bring this up on purpose, but I would have brought it even if I saw it. We're going to go for Energy. Have I kept it hidden? See, I know on the back I got Sean O'Malley, but let's just go right to this one. It's just a base card. It's Sean O'Malley. He's awesome. Got a couple of good Sean O'Malleys. I'll keep that one with Max Holloway. Okay, we haven't gotten... Oh, we got one signature. I'm an idiot. Okay, we got that one there. Then you got Asma. Okay, so this guy we've got already. Then we got Robert Whitaker. I've got a bunch of good... Oh, then we got negative Ian Machado Gutty. That's not a rookie, but whatever. We'll put that here. Ooh. See, this is a... And it's numbered. It's numbered right there. Okay. Don't get too excited. It's a Conor McGregor Speckle Refractor. 1 of 250. I don't think it's worth very much. But what we're going to do right now, I'm just going to take that. Just going to go ahead and put that in here. And then don't nick the corner. This is the true test of like patience and what the flipping flip. This is like you nick a corner just sticking it in. Okay, am I really having a trouble doing this? I put it in there like that, and there you go. There you go, Connor. Get into the sleeve. 1 of 250. That's a beautiful card, and we'll see where that one goes. Okay, then we got more. Ooh, what's this one underneath? Ooh, yeah, Luana Pinheiro. She's very, very good. And then this guy. Oh, so his rookie card. This is not his rookie card. Raul Rosas was a very good rookie. All right, now, hold on. Collect WNDA cards for real value. I can't do basketball because I don't understand basketball. But, okay, now we're going to go back to vivabarneslaw.locals.com. If Viva does this on his channel, I will bitch. He said it's a one-off, so relax. If Viva does this on this channel, I will bitch. He said it's a one-off, so relax my 2 cents. Who's F. Chartrand watching to? You know, I have one... Marion has an extra child. That's one of the people. Who knew UFC card unboxing could be borderline ASMR until it's empty. I did. Ooh. Ooh. Eduarda Romer. Who do we have here? By the way, Shevkat Rachmanov. Okay, we got Rachmaninoff. Oh, that's Rachmanov. Okay, that's close enough. Negative refractor. Here you go. It's it is interesting. There's so many fighters in the UFC now. Ooh, what do we got here? Is this Stipe? Ooh, rookie card numbered. Well, then we also have to go right away and just put that one. There's so many fighters now, and it's difficult to get into. And then you're competing with people who actually know what they're talking about, which I don't fancy myself. Jack Hermanson, red, white, and blue. Woo. Tailor-made. Who's this? Who is this? What is this? Tailor-made King Green. We'll put that here. And Yen. Okay, whatever. And then a rookie card. Joshua Van. Okay, now we're going to go back. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 packs left and 1 signature left. That's for sure. Let me go make sure that I'm looking at everything here. Viva replay. Okay, so what's going on? Oh, this is oh, by the way, so yeah, if anybody's fed up with this and doesn't ever want to see this again, I will not put it for a very long time on Viva Fry main channels. Viva replay, and I'll put on like a Viva random type thing on Rumble. Speaking of which, let me go see what's going on Rumble. Was Pink Floyd's last album Momentary Lapse of Reason? I do not know. Seems okay. Viva Fry is like, I'm not going to read and certainly will not reply to any of you fucking losers in the chat, says M Driver 1981. M Driver, who feels stupid now? Not me. I need to get locals. Dreamology. VivaBarnesLaw.locals.com. Okay. Anyways, we're almost done on the cards. Then we'll get back to the misery of real life. All right. Let's see this. It's beautiful. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, that's Rose Damajumas. Very nice. Vladimir Odemir. He's good. Okay. All right. What do we got here? There's a lot of Magomedov. So you have Khabib Nurmagomedov, and now you have Magomedov. So I'm wondering what Nurmagomedov means in the origins of last names. Okay, nice. I don't know what these are. Oh, Conor McGregor, badass. He always goes with the favorite cards. And Grant Dawson. Now, the thing is, we know that we're getting one more signature card in the hobby boxes. Let's just go do this quickly now. Oh, okay. I see something in the back, and I see something in front. Alexander Volkanovski. Names, beautiful names. Okay. Who do we got? Edson Barboza, one of the old school classics. Cedric Dumbass. Ooh. You don't want to call him a dumbass in real life. That's a joke. All right, we got Christian Rodriguez, and then we got a purple, whatever these things are called, refractor of Nassim. Someone's going to know what these cards are worth that I'm not tail of the tape. Okay, let's move fast here. So I want to get back to the world in which we live. Gregory Rodriguez and Paula Rosa. So we got 2 packs left. One of them has to have a signature. Viva, this is real tooth curling. I don't know what that means, but this guy does. Okay. All right. Oh, rookie card. Waldo. We found Waldo. Okay. That's funny. Ha ha. Negative refractor. Here we go. Who is it? Jonathan Martinez. Who's Jonathan Martinez? I'm going to put that in here, and we're going to leave that on the side, and we're going to look. And it's also numbered. See how this works? 138 of 199. Beautiful. Then we've got Trey Waters, purple, which apparently they changed the color to make some of them more valuable. Then we've got the future. What is this? I put this over here. And okay, 2 more. All right, that's it. Last pack, people. Last pack. Then we get to. I'll read the chat thoroughly after I've satisfied my own. Well, I'm amazed, actually, we haven't gotten more Holloway or Dustin Poirier, who's the fighter that's going to be fighting Max Holloway. Justin Gaethje, very good fighters. We got Charles Jourdain. Again, we would put him with the other ones. Negative refractor. All right. Red, white, and blue. Da Silva. Oh, UFC tail of the tape. And, okay, Miocic And another one. Okay, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's what happens. And now we'll see what happens with the rest of it. Okay, now people, put this over here like this. Put these over here like this. And now we can move on to the rest of it. Let's go to the chat. 2025 MLB Bowman. That's baseball. I think that's baseball, Bowman. Let me go to the chat over on who knew UFC unboxing could be borderline ASMR. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the chat. Looks delicious. That was cool, Viva Fry. Boopsy says, are you willing to read my comment that I'm replying to? Thanks. Hold on one second. Boopsy says, am I willing to read? Let's bring this up here so that I can take this out, bring this up, share screen with our locals community. Okay. I think you have Valentina Shevchenko on one of those two. She's my best, my other favorite, says Boopsy. Well, Boopsy, we've discovered, has a UFC fetish as well as I do. Please let their threats be promises instead. I am so tired at the moment. Present, Viva says, Joy in Designs. Who would not be tired with what's going on in the world? Let me see what's going on in Rumble. So amazing specimens of physical prowess. The card set. Absolutely. What was the cost? You've piqued my interest. You could probably get them for $250. I've been sitting on this for days waiting to do this live so that I could somehow rationalize what I've done. So, oh yeah. So let's now the fun part, by the way. So check this out. Okay. It's so first of all, the internet's cool. We're going to go to here and we're going to go to, there's a website that you just go in and you plug in. So watch this for anybody who wants to see. It's like perfect OCD, repetitive muscle motion. You can go and check this. So we're going to go to Jonathan Martinez. Watch this. Jonathan Martinez. And then they have numbers on the back and it says CRAJM. CRAJM. Okay, check this out. Oh, look at that. So that's the one of 150. Is that the one I have? No, I got one of 199. So here you go. It hasn't been rated yet. So based on the fact that if it was the one of 150 with the blue refractor, if it's PSA 10, it would be worth $145. You got to pay to go send it out to PSA to get it graded. If it happens to come back a PSA 10, then it would be worth $145 after having bought the box, sent it in, paid $25 or $30 to have it graded. 3 months, it comes back. And then it's a PSA. It's not a guaranteed PSA 10. So you got to look at it and say, okay, the corners, are they perfectly sharp? Is it perfectly centered? Do they look at this one? Looks like it would obviously be a PSA 10, but then again, on the back, you look at the quality of the cut, and then you're going to say, oh, no, that's not a PSA 10, that's 9.5, and then whatever. You've waited 3 months, spent however much money, and it's worth $130 now. Maybe it's worth once more later on. Have you seen those Pokemon card grading prices? It's wild. I don't, for the life of me, understand the Pokemon, but it's crazy. And then I feel better judging the Pokemon, saying, you guys are a bunch of losers. At least I'm, what's the word? Investing in real people, investing. So we're going to go Stephen Urkeg. Let's just see. We'll do one last one. Stephen Urkeg. And then you go back, you say it's 63, and it's a rookie card, green refractor, one of 199. It's not, see, the thing is this also, these are UFC 2025, so many of the cards don't even have values yet because they haven't been auctioned or sold or whatever. And that is the foray into UFC card fighting. What happens tomorrow? We're going to watch a fight. If we can get back in time, I've got to go up to Orlando and back in the same day. We'll see what happens. Okay, now getting to the chat. Let's see what's going on here. Viva got rated. Welcome all. Who did I get rated from? B Sparks Gaming has rated the stream. See, look at this. I'm going to become part of the gaming community of Rumble. It'll be law during the day, gaming at night. Viva breaks law, which will be talking law while we break cards, because there's a whole breaking community where you get these cards and you open them live, and whoever invested in the cards, whatever. Okay. Going back to vivabarneslaw.locals.com, prestigious UFC cards, says Peeves. Nacho Kitty says, is coffee really going up again? I may have to quit. Salty Corn Pop says, Viva, you look like you're having a blast breaking cards. I love it. Now I got to go see what the Conor McGregor Speckle Refractor 250 is worth. And then we got to go see, oh yeah, so check this out. what it says on this thing, it didn't come. And if you go to the back, it says at the time of purchase, at the time of production, we were unable to insert into packs the card of the players indicated here. So now we're going to go just see what Vinicius Oliveira. This might be a big one. This might be my retirement fund. Vinicius Oliveira. And then we go CRAVO. CRAVO. Yeah. We'll see what the card looks like. It looks like $115 for whatever. It doesn't matter. It's exploring a river for megalodon teeth, and it's opening cards for something that's not going to be worth anything later on. And it's all idolatry, by the way. But can you imagine, like, the pinnacle of a professional fighter's career is, let's just take one. Just take a random one. That's not the best random one to take. Actually, I'll put that one over here. The man has fought all of his life, trained, persevered. He's on a freaking card. How many people on earth can say they've achieved such a level of dominance in their respective fields, professions, whatever, that they make it to the 1.01 percentile of everything to get on an actual UFC card for the rest of their lives? They're going to get to say, at the very least, I wasn't the number one. I didn't win, but I was on a flipping UFC card. And here it is, grandson, have a look at what I used to look like. The problem with training in MMA, if you do get into a fight, you're going to be held to a higher standard. I guarantee you that the amount of people who don't get into fights because they're training in MMA far exceeds those who use their skills to beat the ever-loving piss out of somebody. Until is empty. Says, Viva, you produce content all day and are a genuinely nice guy and friend to Barnes. You deserve to enjoy collecting some cards, not hurting anyone, just having fun. Need more of that in this world. If you haven't determined it already, I've got a bit of an addictive personality. And so the only thing is that, if you're going to pick addictions, you got to pick the ones that hurt the least and that cost the less. So I'm addicted to exercise. Substitute out bad addictions. If I don't exercise, I will feel miserable. I will act miserably. I love these cards, but it's a big fat waste of money. That being said, there's the prospect eventually you take care of your cards. When I was a kid, it was not top secret, Upper Deck. It was Upper Deck, 91 to 93. We were all looking for the upside down shortstop. There was an error card in that year. It was the SS. The shortstop was upside down. It had a B in his name. Google Upper Deck error card 19. What was his name? Okay, it wasn't Kirby Puckett. Was it 92? It had a B in it. It was Ben? No. Barry Bonds? No. 93. Who was the guy? The shortstop. Upper Deck 90s shortstop. Ken Griffey Jr. That's what it was. There was the Ken Griffey Jr. error card where the shortstop was upside down for whatever the reason. So the fat part of the S was on the top and the smaller part. The amount of money I wasted back then. But then I didn't know what hobby boxes were. I was buying by the pack. $4 a pack, and then you don't get jack squat. Yeah, Ken Griffey. There's some people in here. Do a review of... Hold on, why is this stuck? Do a review of Nick Tarnowski's golf fight. Gold. Well, we could do this too. Who's Nick? Golf fight. Nick Tarnowski. Golf fight? This is recent. Okay. Spit and chiclets. Someone looks like they got I don't like seeing people lose their teeth, but we'll take a chance here. Nick Shakimo Golf has a fight former. Okay, let's
imagine being able to build anything just by.
I can hear all of you saying Viva get ad blocker. I don't believe.
To get off the golf course. Yeah, go now. Pack up. Go now. And go.
By the way, if anybody thinks people don't get shit-faced in golf, this would be your evidence that you're wrong. Who's Nick Tarnowski?
Hey, man. Come on, man. Hey. Hey. Off to a good start, buddy. I told you. Man, leave him alone. You want to know? You want to came at me. Leave him alone, man. I got it all on record. It's around the goal. I got it all on record. Around the goal. Hey, you want to go, guys?
Who's Nick Tarnowski? This guy here is Tarnowski?
Hey.
Is he saying bang, bang as he punches?
Enough! Are you still cheering on you? Enough! Get out! Hey.
Oh my! Hey. Hold on a second. Is Nick Tarnowski the guy who just? This is Nick Tarnowski, right? Let me just see what the chat is saying. He tossed him. Okay. I don't know who. I don't watch hockey.
Hey. Get him the out of here! No, it's not going to go well. It's not okay. Take him home or get him out of here. Get moving! I said stop looking like an idiot. Get out of here.
That's funny. Let me just go to the comments. Saying bang. You can leave it to the aggregate humor of the internet. If there's a joke to be made there, the person's going to make the joke. Bruh, if they add fights to golf like they have in hockey, 100, I'm starting to watch. There's no cool or tough guy way to crawl out of the lake after someone tossed your ass in there. Off to a good start, buddy. Is the most Canadian thing. Is Tarnowski Canadian? Well, dude hits you while providing his own Batman-like sound effects. You're probably in trouble. It's funny. Everybody watched that. Like, was he going bang, bang as he punched the guy in the face? That's hilarious. There was one more punch, and it was the best. The teeth don't grow back, and the idea of losing your teeth is a very, very upsetting thing to me. And I can only, whenever I think teeth injuries, I think American History X. Viva is the only Canadian that does not watch hockey, says Harrietta Stamper. I never liked hockey, never liked skates. I never liked knives. So the idea of like playing a sport where you have knives on your feet, plus Clint Malarchuk having his jugular severed, kind of traumatized me for, just about a decade or so. Holy shit. I still remember that clear as day. Dude posted on Reddit that he only got a minor black eye. Yeah, well, he was probably so drunk he actually flew with the punches instead. Brendan is gutted with I don't know what that means. Looks live on his other channel. It should be live everywhere. All right, but hold on. Let me go back to our vivabarneslaw.locals.com community. Even I watch hockey, says Karen Lira. He's saying bang while he punches him in the face. It's classic. Retired NHL player enforcer. He seems very polite. All right. Now then, what else were we talking about before we got distracted with cards, fighting? The fight tomorrow night. I hope I'm back in time to watch the fight. But we'll see. Can we get a real... What is this real Jew business? I don't mean, how does that even apply to what we're talking about tonight? Let's go back. Oh, I got a message in my DMs. Someone says, I maybe should have warned you about the card ripping hate you might get. I didn't know if it was universal. My comment was defending you. Card ripping has a negative vibe. Keep them very separate going forward. Oh, yeah, no, this was the announcement. First of all, if it's a Friday night card ripping, we're going to rip cards. And I will put the H in ripping. I do appreciate that. This is the... it'll be card ripping instead of drinking. But now we're hold on one second. I want to make sure I don't dox anyone in my DMs, which I almost did. Let me bring this here. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to get back to, you guys want to talk law? You want to talk like, let's go to the shitty world in which we live. The news that broke after I went live is that apparently Cash Patel is now saying it's me and Bongino or Bondi. And the question is this, actually. I don't think Bongino can leapfrog over Patel to AG. I'm still good with either Bongino or Patel being AG. Like, that would be an upgrade. Bump Patel to AG, bump Bongino to director of the FBI, and then find somebody else to be deputy director. But let's go back. I was on with Megyn Kelly earlier today. We talked about this. We talked about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez being Oh, look, the POS who lied about being raped is lying about Trump being a rapist. Okay. That's AOC, by the way, people. No, that was the big news since the afternoon stream. It's going to work itself out. I'm going to ask the administration, whoever I know within the administration, for an interview with Todd Blanche, because we're going to look. We'll look back on this and laugh when they've made this wrong a right and they've bettered themselves as an administration. But Pam Bondi has to resign. Period. We've been talking about it for a while. She had to resign, if only because she was bad on the legal stuff. Forget the Epstein stuff. She was bad on the legal stuff. The Second Amendment case is going to SCOTUS. The Douglas Mackey case is going to appeal. The Roger Ver, has he been pardoned yet? Has Roger Ver been pardoned yet? Let me see. I don't know. What do I know? Let me see. No. Okay, I'm going to go here. Has Roger Ver? He hasn't. Roger Ver pardoned. He's got his case coming up. He hasn't been pardoned yet. Is there still a market for that on Kalshi? We'll see. I'm going to go look for it. Pam Bondi, just as a straight up AG, has been garbage. Throw into that the debacle. The only real question is she incompetent or corrupt? Blondie, you fired, Trumpy. But the funny thing is, who was it? It was Owen Schroyer today that said blondes have on average a higher IQ. Let me double check this. I'm going to go fact this. Do blondes have a higher IQ? I don't know what it's going to be relative to, but let's just see what AI says. One study did find that white women who reported their natural hair color as blonde had a slightly higher average IQ, 103.2, compared to those with brown hair, 102.7, red hair, the gingers have a 101.2, and black hair, 100.5. What is this crap? This is AI, and it's worth what it's worth. According to Ohio State, however, differences were not considered statistically significant. Also, the study noted a potential factor contributing to slight differences. Blondes were more likely to grow up in homes with more reading material. Well, that doesn't attenuate the finding. That just explains the finding. I was going to make a joke when Owen Schroyer said, I was like, that sounds like white supremacy to me. But yeah, blondes are not dumb. Blondie's not dumb. The only question is I try to be forgiving on everybody until they deserve to no longer be forgiven. Can you imagine what it's like to be Bondi? You step into the White House and you're like, holy shit, I've got the weight of the country on my shoulders right now. And you've got to know what's going on everywhere. How do you even orchestrate all of that? I mean, I like to pretend I think I know what I would do. You get in there, all right? You get in there. I look like this. Hey, everybody, I'm the new Attorney General, bitches. You're going to listen to what I have to say. I want to know every case that's going on with summaries in every jurisdiction. I want to know what's going up to the Court of Appeals. I want to know what's going up before SCOTUS. And then I also want to tap social media and find out what the people care about. That's how I would go about it. Oh, what's that? People want Roger Ver to be pardoned? Maybe we should pardon Roger Ver instead of carrying on a Biden-era prosecution. Oh, what's that? Douglas Mackey's going to why is that going to appeal? Oh, what's that? Joe Biggs hasn't been pardoned. Oh, he got a commutation of sentence, but that doesn't pardon the felony convictions with all of that, the legal baggage that carries with it. By the way, that might be something worth mentioning right now. Joe Biggs. And by the way, Charlton, I don't care if people don't like the card ripping. I will unbox whatever comes in the P.O. box every Friday. I think we're going to do it because I like it. If it's cards, we're going to rip. This week, I didn't have anything else to rip. Oh, that's right. I had something to rip. Louis the Lobster returns to the sea. Look how perfectly that fits. Hold on. Wait. There. Oh, so perfect. ASMR. Perfect symmetry. Louis the Lobster. No, we're going to do this. I think we're going to do this. I like it. Joe Biggs was such a good InfoWars reporter. Let me bring this up because I didn't. Here we go. It was this. Get this out here. Stop.
January.
Wait, down. Donne-moi in Pop-Tarts. Here, check this.
And if I win, we will treat those people from January 6th fairly. We will treat them fairly. And if it requires pardons, we will give them pardons. What that unselect committee is doing and what the people are doing that are running those prisons. It's a disgrace.
Many reports of how they're being abused and how their rights are being abused. And remember, these are pre-trial January 6th defendants.
We're looking very, very seriously at full pardons because we can't let that happen. What's happened here, and I mean full pardons with an apology to many, an apology.
Absolutely.
How about
what they did?
Yeah.
Honestly, they should go to jail.
So you think Liz Cheney should go to jail?
Oh, yeah.
For what they did.
Everyone on the committee, you think
I think
should
everybody,
go to jail.
anybody that voted in favor.
Are you going to stay?
Yeah, I'm looking for
And
stay.
issue these pardons.
These people have been there. How long is it? 3 or 4 years?
Time magazine asked you if you would consider pardoning all the rioters. You said, yes, absolutely.
Sure.
You called them patriots.
I didn't realize Joe Biggs, I didn't realize which one's got a commutation. But I actually want to double check that right now. Which Jan 6ers got a commutation as opposed to a pardon? Because you get a commutation, you still have the felony conviction. You can't, I don't know if you, I pretend to know. I don't think you can borrow money as easily, bad credit. You don't, people see your felony conviction when which Jan 6ers had commutations of commutations of sentence. By the way, I'm in my mother-in-law's sleeping quarters for the next month, so I might have to wind this up in a few minutes. On January 2025, President Donald Trump issued commutation of sentences of 14 individuals. Yeah, this is amazing. I put that on blast. Absolutely, Joe Biggs deserves a pardon, not a commutation. Ethan Nordian, I know who he is, but they're all part of the same thing. Zach Rell, Dominic Pizzola, I know that name. So I'll read it. They were issued commutations for 14 individuals of offenses related to January 6. These commutations reduced their sentences to time served, allowing for their immediate release from prison. Freedom is invaluable, but a pardon is also pretty priceless or valuable. But through their convictions, the individuals, primarily Proud Boys and Oath Keepers. Proud Boys, Ethan Nordian, Joseph Biggs, Zach Reel, Dominic Pizzola, Joe Bertoni. Oath Keepers members Stuart Rhodes, veteran lawyer. Kelly Meggs, I think that was a lawyer, right? I think Kelly Meggs was the lawyer in there. Robert Minuta, Thomas Caldwell, Watkins, Harrelson, James, Brian Ulrich, and William Todd. Now, what about the Proud Boys? Let me just see something here. Did Enrique Tarrio get a pardon or a commu? They should absolutely get pardons beyond commutation. He received a full pardon. So it's a no-brainer. I don't know how you put pressure on anymore. Then it seems like the Trump administration is dealing with its own. Sorry. Let me just apologize to somebody. Trump's dealing with a lot of shit right now, but that might be something to put on his radar. There's nobody convicted of seditious conspiracy deserves to have that bullshit felony conviction sticking. Going back to our vivabarneslaw.locals.com community, RB Ham says, breaking FBI reportedly contacting media outlets and influencers telling them to back off Epstein's story or lose access to the administration. Let me bring this up. I don't know that I believe this. And all that I can tell you is I've never had access in the first place. So I got nothing to lose. I might have other, whatever. Officer Lou, does he follow me? Yeah, he follows me. Breaking FBI. Well, I want to see the story. Where's the story? I'm curious. I see. I don't like. That's a escape. Come on. I'll read that. I just so everybody knows, I don't have access in the first place. Nobody can threaten me with cutting off access. Maybe that's why I'm not getting callbacks for some of my questions. ABC gladly paid that amount because they were empowered. They empowered every lib podcast to call him a grapist, which they still do daily. No, hold on. ABC, Stephanopoulos, they paid that amount out. I guess the legalese out is that if they say he's an adjudicated rapist, it's not defamation. If they say he was found liable of rape, that's defamation. So it's technically true. He was adjudicated a rapist by Judge Kaplan, a corrupt POS who deserves to be disbarred and jailed in that order. But it's not technically correct that he was found liable of rape. Okay. Back to our locals community. When you want to zing someone on X, say you sound vaccinated. This is from Karen Lyria. I just say you're effing retarded. I mean, that's basically where I've gone with it now. Burn it all down. Don't let them protect the pedos anymore, says Bill Brown. We ain't burning it all down. You try to not repair, but try to work with what you got. Burning it all down might actually be counterproductive. And let's go to Rumble. Strange how all the backstabbing Republicans fell in line, says Marty Gary, 514. We were so fooled by 9/11, but that was not our ETHC. Okay, I don't know what that means. What about Kazakhstan? Says Brain Socks. Kazakhstan has some of the best fighters in UFC, if that's what you were getting at. Dawn Darkstar 86 says she stepped into a shit show and it still hasn't been 6 months for Trump. Does Bondi get a moment to get her feet under her? I think she should, but not a full pass. No, Bondi, unfortunately, it's kind of like entering a sprint and saying, well, you haven't gotten your marathon legs under you yet. No. Bondi has made mistakes that have made a number of other people look bad, stupid, and incompetent. And that's it. There's no warm up and there's no redos. Bondi blew it as far as I'm concerned, not even from the Epstein stuff. She blew it from the other legal stuff that she was not on top of the game for. And that's it. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Not everybody's made for every position. And she should be replaced. Maybe, I don't know. See if Matt Gaetz is available. See if Patel wants to bump up or if he doesn't mind Bongino bumping and just leapfrogging around Patel. So then the question is this, Douglas Dice, she has been following orders, dude. I can appreciate that thought. But I look at, for anybody to think that Trump is intimately familiar with everything that's going on within the largest employer in the world, the federal government, and whether or not in his mind right now, Iran, Texas are more important, where he doesn't, he's compartmentalized the Epstein stuff. How about Robert Barnes? Oh, hold on. That's not what. How about Robert Barnes? Obviously, I would support that. All waiting for Bondi on Spring Break Gone Wild F. Okay. Bongino wouldn't be good for AG, someone with a legal background. And I'm not sure what Patel's legal background is either. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm just going to go ahead and actually just do it. Robert Barnes for Attorney General. Bondi had her shot. Now we need someone who knows how to do it. Hashtag Barnes for AG. Let's see how that works. Bam! Yes, I'm biased, people. There are only a couple of people to whom I don't owe a gratitude, but that I'm lucky to have ever met, and Barnes is one of them. Patel was a prosecutor at one time. It seems to me Patel and Bongino, if they were allowed to fly like peacocks, could run the FBI the way it should be run. They were being held back. And by the way, I was right. I'm on a good roll. Diddy, Bongino, Patel, this whole Epstein thing. There was another one that I forgot what it was. I mentioned it today at some point and I forgot. But that's it. Who doesn't like opening cards? It's the most satisfying thing on earth. Okay. What else? Let me see what's going on in Viva Barnes Law. .locals.com. Kermit the Frog is looking out the window and says, sometimes I wonder what happened to the people who asked me for directions. Is that from Bill Brown? No, that's from a special SOV. That's a lame one. RB Ham says, I'm still waiting for Trump to definitively state that it's time for the U.S. to stop sending weapons to literal Nazis in the Ukraine. No, I can't get over the fact that I'm going to show this only to illustrate that I don't agree with it. Let me bring it up. I do not agree with this meme. Plus, who the hell is this guy? Who is this guy? It's not. First of all, I think in terms of straight up crime fighting, this FBI has been better than the past FBI. In terms of who has been tying the hands of Kash Patel and Bongino, Patel is not a James Comey. Period. Full stop. Ever. Angel or Angle of Elevation says, I was listening to Vaush today. He referred to Trump as a grapist. Suing ABC did nothing to correct the hundreds of lib podcasters. Well, here's the thing. Vaush. Hold on a second. I need to get a face for this before I've never had Vaush on. I'm fairly certain Vaush is the over. Yeah, that's Vaush. Okay. They love it. They've got their first of all, Vaush is probably judgment proof. Maybe he's not. Vaush net worth. Yeah, I don't know what his net worth is. It doesn't matter. He's probably judgment proof. And the bottom line is they have their legal protection. If you say he's an adjudicated rapist, then you're good. Because technically he's an adjudicated rapist, because that Judge Kaplan, corrupt piece of she-at, adjudicated him a rapist, despite the juridical finding after a trial that he wasn't. So, I mean, that's everyone's going to hang their hat on that. And it's an absolute cop-out. But that Judge Kaplan absolutely should be in jail. Because what he did there was the most corrupt, absolutely horrendous thing imaginable. And it gave everybody the cover that they needed to say, well, he's now an adjudicated rapist because Judge Kaplan, in a footnote of one of his decisions, decided that he was, even though the jury found that he wasn't. And that stuck. That stuck. Boondock Saints is one of the greatest movies ever made. I have to watch it again. We got it on DVD, and then I realized we don't have a DVD player in the house. Our DVD player broke. I have it. Do Jews think they have some kind of Jewish solidarity? I'll actually field this one. Every group thinks they have some sort of group solidarity. So I won't call you an anti-Semite, Dave Whitley, for focusing on the Jew. Every single group, clique, whatever, and you can subdivide it. Do UFC fighters think they have some solidarity? Do MMA fighters think they have some solidarity when they run into each other and they can look at each other's cauliflower and say, hey, what do you train? I BJJ. What do you train? Oh yeah, me too. Solidarity. Irish people. There is group solidarity. It's a human condition. I personally hate it. I don't like superficial methods of distinction or giving favor or disfavor. But everybody has it. Jews, Muslims, Irish, Catholics, Greeks, Germans, Asians, Vietnamese, Japanese, whatever. And then it gets subdivided. Oh, there's an old joke. It's like, I forget what it was. It's like, it's like two Jews meet each other and like, oh, I'm from Poland. Oh, me too. Oh, and then it says like, oh, I'm whatever subsect. And like, oh, they one's some subsect of Judaism. Oh, they hate each other all of a sudden. You go to Japan. Okay, good. Japanese in, what's that word? Not in exile, but in diaspora. When they meet up in America, yes, we have a Japanese community. You go to Japan, they got to subdivide it in another way. All right. Where'd you go to school? Oh, yeah, you live in that area. Oh, we're of that group. Everybody has some kind of group solidarity. It's superficial human nature. I hate it. Tribalism. I love tribalism. I hate it. I don't like groups. I don't like clubs. And I don't like, favor or punishment. Word salad. Dude, first of all, spell it. That's not word salad. Everybody has it. The Irish, the Catholic, the Protestants, and then within Protestantism, you get Lutheranism, whatever. Everyone has it. It goes sub down, break it up, even within schools. Oh, if you're at a track meet, oh, you go to that school? Good. You go to that school, you're like, we're all at the same school. What's the subdivision? You're in grade 7, I'm in grade 8. Okay, let's break it down. Oh, you're in grade 7? Are you part of the cool clique or are you part of the jocks? Oh, you're part of the jocks. Break it down. Everywhere. Philatelist must keep together. I don't know what that means. I have been accused of being sissy, David. All right. Now I'm going to go back to vivabarneslaw.locals.com and see what's going on there. Until is Empty says, this is my new George Costanza poster. That's Barnes with his contemplating. Scroll back to see my picture. We have met, says Hippoopy. No, Hippoopy, I definitely remember having met. Hold on one second. Hold on. This is over in vivabarneslaw.locals.com. Is it in the tipped questions over here? Poopy says, scroll back to see we have met. Now we're going to go back to all. Do it like this. Viva, all this time we thought you were on Mashiva or whatever Jews do on... That's called Shabbat. Okay. What is this? That's Phil Collins. It's been 40 years and I still don't know what this suicidio means. I have no idea what the hell that means. That's probably not the picture. SB Farmer 8 says, Viva, all this time we thought you were... Okay, hold on. But I'm going back to see where we met. Meme. Try not to think of it as being deported. Think of it more as this is the last free ride you'll get from the people of the United States. Okay. Load more messages. No. Scroll back. Ugh. I'm from the government. That immediately gives me goosebumps. That makes me very angry to look at, actually. Scroll up. Hipoopy, where's the picture? Oh, hold on. Is this it? Wearing headphones. Hey, Viva. So hold on. Oh, yeah. Of course. At the freaking thing in Vegas, for goodness sake. Well, we're going to meet again in Tennessee. Tennessee, baby. At the end, not you, baby, Hipoopy. Everyone, babies. At the end of the month. Let me bring it up so that we can actually show what it looks like. It's called Events 1776.law. And this is what we're doing at the end of the month. Here we go. They're at 173,000 now. I remember when they were at under 100 and they had to up it when they hit 100. We're auctioning this mantle off, Take a Stand, prepared by the man himself, the lectern guy, Adam Johnson. I'm going to give some goodies with it when we auction that off. Right there. That thing right there. And that's it. Okay. Clear the debt in the name of the Most High. I remember hiking in Northern California, had a bunch of ticks, was painful. God, it makes me angry. My kid had one. I don't even know how it got up on his head. We weren't camping or anything. We're like, watching it like behind his ear. It was burrowed into his head. He was fine. And I wanted to burn the tick and send it to hell. Okay, but we're going to do one thing before we leave because we're going to leave tonight. Now I got to give my office studio over to my mother-in-law, Mango Gambia. We're doing it, people. If you don't like it, you might want to check out now. Get this out here. I wanted to get this guy on. Vet Clinic Gambia. Everybody's just ripping his stuff down. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is Vet Clinic Gambia, a German guy in the Gambia. These are mango worms. And anybody wants to talk about the odd fetishes that people have. These animals deserve to be burnt and sent to hell. Mango worms, bot flies, mosquitoes, ticks. Has everybody seen this? It's gross, and if you don't like it, it's gross. This is like one of the earliest ones that he ever made. It's mosquitoes. They bite you. They lay their larvae in your skin. And this guy was a vet he was a German guy, went to Gambia. And look at that. That was one of his earliest videos. He got much better at production. And I'm about to vomit. Sorry, maybe it needed more. But go down the rabbit hole. He put out videos for years. And I'm still trying to... So I only saw... Someone says, poor dog. I only saw 2 of videos where the dogs had to be euthanized. But they were puppies, and it was just terrible. But so this guy, German vet, would go to the Gambia, would do this day in and day out, and you could tell as I watched throughout, he was just getting angrier and angrier with the locals because everyone had the same excuse. Oh, I didn't notice, and he's like, "You did not notice this? This has been there for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks," because he could tell based on the size of the larva that they had to. And they're like, where does your dog sleep? Outside in a hole on dirt ground, like no protection. And you could just tell that he would just get so angry. And then eventually he just stopped doing it. What the heck was that, Viva, that went quiet when you first lit it on? Now I'm eating rice. Oh, hey, eating rice. Don't watch The Lost Boys when you're eating that. Screwworms. They're similar to screwworms, actually. I don't know. I don't know that screwworms. It's just terrible. Anyhow, so all that to say is I forgot how we got on that. But I still want to have that guy on, the vet on. Back down on vivabarneslaw.locals.com. We got Cartman throwing up on family. F. Chartrand says, mosquitoes feed bats. They need to exist. Sorry. Do bats need to exist? It's an amazing thing. You get into like God's plan for the universe. Mosquitoes are parasites. They deserve to burn in hell. They feed bats. Do we need bats? Yeah, bats pollinate things. Do we need bats to No, it's crazy. It's crazy. Nature needs a hug, not a man slap. Dude, you got to work on your spelling, Whitley, but I appreciate what you're saying. What was that sound that went in the first? I think it was someone in the background crying or screaming or making. What's the latest on Bongino? I've got no developments that are newer than having gone live earlier today. But the last news was that it's Bongino and Patel saying it's us or Pam Bondi. So we'll see. Let me see what my tweet of Barnes for AG is doing. Let me see here. 95 retweets. That's not bad. I'm going to give it to everybody and we're going to end on this. Retweet it. Make it happen. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't want to lose Barnes as a business partner, a partner in law at vivabarneslaw.locals.com, but something tells me it would be awesome after it happened. Bats created batshit crazy. Bats created guava. I'm glad I'm not having rice for supper. Trump will pick Bondi. That's the question. What has Bondi done for Trump? My issue is I just don't know what deeper issues are going on here in terms of who Bondi answers to, who Bondi is beholden to, and why Trump would side with Bondi over two of the men who were the most prominent voices in the populist movement. What am I doing here? Get this out of here. Okay. I'm trying to get this out here. All right. So go enjoy the evening. If you didn't like this, well, then don't come back if we do it again, but we will do it again next Friday. And hopefully, but that's what I wanted to do. I went to my YouTube channel for a reason to get the PO box, which I don't know off by heart yet, because it's only been 10 years of doing this. Go to more. If you want to send stuff, it doesn't have to be cards to unbox, anything to open up, and we'll do it every Friday. The unboxing, and I'll make sure not to disclose anybody's private information. Link to P.O. Box. Here it is. Bada bing, bada boom. 9170 Glades Road. P.O. Box 139 33434. Bongino, Patel, Flakes, and okay, I'm not doom-pilled yet. I still like Bongino. I still know Bongino. I still trust Bongino. Patel, I still trust. I don't know him. Bondi, I never knew. Matt Gaetz, I know. I've been on Matt Gaetz' show. I've met him. He's a good guy, and he would have been kick-ass, merciless. But Bondi hasn't done shit. Darren Hill, I concur. Over at Mosquitoes Feed Bats, over on our locals community, I have zero faith in Trump right now, says F. Chartrand. Can't blame you. Good night, all, says Bill Brown. Aren't there several plants pollinated by bats? Yes, one of the people. It's God's creations, and you don't get to play God. Except when it comes to mosquitoes, deer flies, but they get to be burnt in hell because a human cannot burn enough mosquitoes to have an impact on the environment. Burn them and send them to hell. Okay, on that note, everybody, we're going to wind it up. Thank you all for being here. Sorry for the short notice, and I hope everyone enjoyed. Now I'm going to go register, get my Vinicius Oliveira, and I'm going to go look through the other ones and see what I got there. Go and enjoy the night. Tomorrow, it'll be difficult for me to do anything because I'm going to spend about 7 flipping hours driving, maybe 8. This is what being a parent is. It's a professional chauffeur. And Sunday night, 6 o'clock, Viva and Barnes, Law for the People. Godspeed. God bless. See you Sunday. Enjoy the weekend.